heavens hold. We must away ere break of day to find our long forgotten gold. The pines were roaring on the
And we are live! Greetings and salutations, beautiful beings, from wherever you are, and whenever you are, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yes! Guys, today is Saturday, or at least it is right here, right now, so we are doing our community stream today. We're going to be telling you what's been going on in World Anvil this week, what's been going on in the community, all the things that Dimitris and his tiny, tiny elves that are bite-sized have been making. Yep,
They're
yep.
not tiny.
They're not tiny. They might be just the size of a tiny glimmer. Yes, yes. And sorry, it's been a long day. And yeah, we are also going to be playing our drinking games. So if Demetra says the word actually, or if I say the word
Amazing.
we drink. Today, I have ice water. Ice, ice. Yes,
Wow.
this is what I have.
Wow.
Wow. I have wine in the fridge. I can start now.
No,
I'm
no,
fine
no.
with it.
No, but I do have bought an amazing prop that we'll be using later. I won't tell you what it is, but we did bought a very nice prop which I think it's specifically designed for this game, and we'll be using it for next time. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure. Yes.
Yes. Cranberry juice with
Wine.
gin in it.
Oh, well, that escalated quickly.
Oh yeah, that's how I roll. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about today. But of course, guys, if you have any questions, you can ask those too. If you write in the chat, in capital letters, the word question, and then your question, the glorious Secondhand Samurai will get that to us, and we will be answering those throughout the stream in little breaks. If you ask a question, we will answer it. So don't feel like you have to ask it lots of times. If you do it, Secondhand Samurai has got your back. Yes, he has.
Yes.
He is amazing. Yes, crap, I said my word. Crap, crap, crap. Where's the water? Where's the water?
That stream started nicely.
Yeah.
I like it.
Straight into the lead. And of course, Necromancer Tress says, I miss the old drink sign. Yeah, we used to have stuck onto a chopstick. I had a sign that said drink.
Drink.
We need to make a new one, don't we?
We should,
We should
yeah.
make a fancy one.
Well, if my
I kept
laser
losing
cutter
them.
comes, I can
Yes.
create one, but for the time being we don't have one. So once it cometh. By the way, for those that you were not here yesterday and the day
Oh,
before,
yeah, that's our big news.
you have probably noticed that we're in a new place
New place.
and that we're missing all our stuff, thus the echo.
A little bit echoey.
The reason for that is that we're in Greece now. Gold Anvil has moved its, not headquarters, but its studio
Yeah.
in Greece. Our headquarters is still in the UK, but we are in Greece currently, in the studio.
Yeah. Ben Nicholson says, can we have it in Greek? What is actually in Greek? It doesn't count if you say it in Greek, it's fine.
I don't know. You don't use it like that.
Okay.
Like it's
What
not
is
used.
my word in Greek?
Υπέροχο.
Υπέροχο. I'm still learning Greek, people, and it is hard. That's what we're learning. Yes. That's what I learn when I learn Greek. It's really difficult. It's just not like other languages that I speak, so I got nothing to grab onto. Yeah, it's tricky, but I'm gonna get there. And then one day we'll do this whole stream in Greek.
Why would you
No,
do
we
that?
won't, because you guys won't understand it. That's
Yes.
yes, that'd be stupid. We won't do that. But I could do that eventually, hopefully, maybe.
So,
Why don't you say sensible things?
yes. Let's talk about development first.
Do
of all.
it, do it. I'm gonna leave you to talk about development because we have gnomes in our garden. I'm gonna go shut the door on them.
I am petrified of the idea that you're passing through there, but it's fine. So, guys, This week we have two big features that came out. The one, of course, is the tables, interactive tables, which you haven't seen it. I think it's one of the best features that we got for a long time, because tables will allow you not only to create amazing tables much easier and being able to be sortable or searchable, but will also allow you to create very beautiful rollable tables
Yes.
for things like random encounters or things like magical items or items in general. I have seen people using them to do equipment lists for stores and things like that. And I think that this is a good feature that will get many more upgrades in the future as well.
Necromancer Triss says Schmexu rollable tables.
They are
Guys,
quite nice.
I have a question for you, capital letters question. My question is, what are you going to be using tables for? Because my favourite idea so far is that somebody made rollable tables for all the secret illegitimate children of the bard in their party to figure out how many they had and where they were from and like their backgrounds and
Yeah,
stuff.
we asked for this table to be shown. I haven't got it just yet. I wanna see this table.
Was that from Audrey? I think that might have been
think
from
so.
Audrey. Anyway, it sounds friggin' hilarious. So guys, what are you using tables for? I cannot wait to learn. I'm also going to be doing a blog post. A blog post. About different ways to use tables. So yeah, I want your ideas so I can share them. And if you've made the table and you've shared it publicly, then make sure you DM me, because then I can share it publicly in the blog post and give you a little bit of preview. Yeah, that's what we like to do.
The other thing we've upgraded today, after a long time that I have promised and I haven't delivered, was the fact that now all our game masters have 100 subscribers, and our venerable grandmasters now have 300 subscribers.
Nice.
Which means that I think that will make every single grandmaster able to use self-assignment groups very easily.
That's what we want. Really, really cool.
Yes.
What you doing?
I just want to check out something.
Ooh, did we just checking out secret things?
No.
So yeah, folks, what are you using tables for? Silver Lance says random stuffed tables for days. I love them.
Random stuff tables.
Ben Nicholson says I use tables to eat on. Does that count? Only if they are tables of food. Tables of food, I guess, would count. Necromancer Triss says for funsies, for inspiration boards, for the Alliance. Oh, for the Alliance challenge. Hopefully, I saw for the Alliance and I got very excited. For the Horde. Sorry. And for the mess that's better as a nice list. I like that.
Fair enough. The other thing we've added this week was also the ability to hide from your organization organization articles the diplomacy on the sidebar. Because of course, because of the challenge we have running, there were a lot of people that are using the template, and I think that because of the fact of the challenge was asking people to connect organizations, many people ended up with very big long lists. And if they had the opportunity to in fact use the new feature for relations between organizations, this was kind of doubling up on the information. So I thought it would be prudent for people to be able to have control over if they should or they want or they don't want to actually show this information. So yeah, that is done now and it's ready, and it's simply enough a checkbox on the organization template at the
Very
bottom.
cool. Going back to tables, Isaac Thorne says, I still need to find a use for those super nice tables. I'm thinking possibly name generation in areas with limited personal names. That is a great
That's a good
idea. And one of my biggest bugbears with random generation names that random name generators, that you see online, although they're awesome and a lot of people find them very inspiring, is that you end up with names that don't make sense for your cultures.
Yeah, or for the location or for the
Exactly.
Yeah.
So creating your own random generators for each geographical region or for each culture, that would be so easy to just stick in a sidebar. And then of course as well you can have it, anywhere you need to for like quick NPC creation. I think it's a great idea. Somebody else, Dazzlecat, said they were using them for their tides, which is a really cool idea.
That's a
Love
good
it.
idea, yeah.
Love it.
To see how actually the tide will impact.
Yeah.
That's very good. Yeah, weather systems are well, I'm guessing. In
Weather
general.
is one of the things already in
Yeah.
my blog post, because it makes such a difference. If you see London in the sun, or you see London in the rain, or you see London in a thunderstorm, it's a different city. And that's so
completely.
true. That's so true of most cities and villages and landscapes in general.
Yeah.
Like, the seaside in the summer in England is quite nice. The seaside in a storm in England is a completely different
It's still
creature.
nice.
But it's like
It's a-
Sturm und Drang
it's a-
and like
What is it? Sorry, what?
Sturm und Drang. It's
Okay.
the romantic movement, the 19th century,
Okay.
with the like drama and the.
Okay.
It's an art movement.
Okay.
Drum and drum.
Good. It's okay. Don't worry. It's all good. It's all good. Come here.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks.
It's fine.
Nice patronising kiss.
It was not patronizing. It was caring. Much caring. The other thing we have developed this week was the fact that we redesigned the campaign page,
Yes.
which kind of redid it, and I think it's not there yet. There is a lot of things I would
Oh.
like to upgrade.
Cheers, I have to do my name.
What?
I said a word.
Oh. Which effectively means that now they're a little bit better in terms of how they look like and a bit more organized, but I think that we will be adding more functionality once we arrive to Hercules 2, which is the new Heroes update that will be bringing a lot more changes in that. In fact,
You mean Hercules?
I do mean Hercules. And I think that this page will be, of course, the page that will be also hosting the whole ability to play by post. I mean, that
yeah.
will be the page that will have a tab, probably that will be the play by post tab. The ability for you to create posts that follow each other, and each of them can have dice rolls that will be locking the code of the. Yeah, I mean, I feel that this is the reason that this page should exist to begin with, because now it's kind of informational, kind of basic, but it does not really add much value, and I would like it to really become a place where people will go there to get their announcements or information about the campaign or anything like that. Not sure.
Can I have the blue poon?
Which one? This one?
That blue poon, yes.
Does it distract you?
Yes, it distracts me.
Okay, that's that.
Our television is over there and it's got move-in pictures and I'm like this.
Yes.
And then I'm fine and I concentrate again and then every now and then there's another moving picture and I go and like a bug in a light. It's terrible. Anyway, I'm back with you.
So yeah, I think that's everything we have designed and developed this week, which is not bad. Oh, we also added a new ability for tables, in fact, not the interactive tables, but tables,
Yeah.
for people to be able to define the width of the tables.
Nice.
So now you can say that I want my first column to be 50% and the next one 10-10-10 kind of thing or something along the lines, because there are many people that did not like the way that the pay tables automatically arranged with the width.
Fair
of them.
enough. So it's
now
more
they can.
customizable.
Yes,
Nice.
exactly.
Why is the tables update not called Mensa?
Mensa.
It's the Latin for table. I just thought it would be very appropriate.
It's a good question. It's called Thalys, but I think that Mensa also has other connotations. So
That's true.
yes.
Ariel Perky Pie says, RE tables, it takes a certain kind of mind to create a tool that serves a purpose, but it's also so open to customization that the first thing you want to know is how it's being used. Thanks, y'all. You're so welcome. As you know, guys, we make tools, we try and make them useful. You guys ask for upgrades to the tools, different tools, more tools, the same tools, but in pink.
It has already
And we
been,
do our best. That's
it
what
has
we always
already
do.
been asked, for example, for the ability to have CSV input into tables.
Yes.
And that I can guarantee you that it will happen, because I understand the reasoning behind it. Because if people have created something in Google Sheets or in any other kind of tool like that, you can easily export into CSV, and then you can put it in a table and have it to hold up.
And do all the extra customization and
Exactly.
linky goodness.
Yeah. So that we'll definitely be doing.
Linky goodness.
Linky goodness.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Zelda and World Anvil.
Talk to
Linky
you about
goodness.
community information now.
Community information.
yours.
Well, we've been busy. That's for sure and certain. You guys probably know that we are sponsoring NaNoWriMo this year. Oh yeah, we are so excited because NaNoWriMo is this incredible organization. Like us, started as kind of like a couple of people who got together and thought, hey, this would be really cool, and then they made it. So yeah, we're really excited to be sponsoring them. Of course, we're going to be doing our best to support everyone in the site. We're going to be trying to do like little nano installments, and that might be a good thing to do with the Thursday stream.
Nano installments.
Yeah. So we were talking, right? So you guys know we stream Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And Thursdays is usually a gaming stream, but we're in Greece, and the gaming PC is not in Greece.
Oh.
It's somewhere between England, the sea, and here, and we are still waiting for it. Without that PC, we can't do our normal gaming streams. So, what if we did writing streams?
We could.
We could, couldn't we?
Yeah.
What do you think, guys? Let me know. Do you want to do like we can do like nano troubleshooting? We can talk about the prep topic of
For
the
nano,
day.
yeah.
of the week as it goes. And yeah, so let me know what you think if that sounds interesting. And remember, guys, even if you're not writing a novel, you can still take part in NaNoWriMo. You can do world building, you can do a campaign setting, you can do all sorts of different stuff. You can do rebel goals, you can even do something like editing, right? So you don't have to write 50,000 words. You can set your own goal and take part and have fun.
And edit 1,000 words.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I can see a lot of people saying rating streams sounds good. Nano streams would be great. Rebel Nano, says Secondhand Samurai. That's a great idea, says the Rin. Awesome. Okay, so that's Thursday sorted out. All right, guys,
Okay.
I'll see you next Thursday. We'll be doing a writing stream. Ooh, yeah. You can help me.
I can try.
You can even stream yourself, says Secondhand Samurai. Yeah, you can. Join the ASC, the Avalite Streaming Core, and yeah, you can even get streaming yourself. What else have we been doing this week? She says, quietly checking everything.
How are we
that
doing
she's
with our
been
competition
busy.
right now?
Well, I believe we have over 100 entries now. Is that correct?
It is correct indeed.
Holy crap.
I have seen, in fact, Tris, do you know that your article is still a draft? Because I was looking through the entries and I cannot see the entries, but I can see if they are like published or not. And I think, Tris, your article is still a draft. You might want to fix that. Just saying.
It's on purpose, says Necromancer Tris.
Yeah.
Fair enough. As
On
long as you
purpose.
know. As long as you know, that's fine.
Did it?
If you are a Sage and above, you will have noticed that our latest Sage monetization seminar has now come out on YouTube. So that's unlisted, but you can get the link to that in the Sage channel. So if you want to learn how to market on a shoestring budget, a little teeny tiny budget, and get the most of your budget for your marketing, then that is available for all of our Sages and above. And the other thing that I did this week, which is probably not very exciting for most of you, but I may as well share it, is I wrote 2 big old blog posts, one of them for GMs and DMs and RPG creators, and one of them for writers and authors, about the different ways that people are using World Anvil, and also which subscriptions they need in order to do that.
I think there is still value even in your using World Anvil to go through this blog post, to be fair.
I think so. It's full of lots of ideas about, you know, if you're an RPG creator and you're thinking of doing a Kickstarter, you can see how World Anvil can help you with that. If you are a writer who's been doing everything private and you've been thinking, oh, how can I start with a public platform for my writing? So those are now out on the blog. They'll be going up on social media later, but I published them both today. So if you are curious, you can go and check them out.
Andy's already sending the links, so you're
That's
fine.
because Andy is amazing. Oh, crap. Sorry, every time I say that word, I drink. I'm going to be so hydrated. Ooh, yeah.
I think I'm winning.
I think you are, actually. Yeah, I'm over 2.
Isn't it amazing?
It is extraordinary, and I'm terribly proud of you. Despite your underhanded tactics.
I'm not
You
underhanded.
bore.
Bore?
Bore.
Well, excuse me. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's what I've been busy with. I'm also going to be releasing soon a blog post for NaNoWriMo, because they asked me for one, about when to do your world building. That is to say, do you do it before the first draft, during the first draft, during revisions? Do you do it before you've even thought of your plot? What happens? When do you world build? So that's coming out soon as well, but it's not here yet. I've been a guild member for 2 years already, says Isaac A. Thorne, and it's been a delight. It's been a delight to have you. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Like, it's just gorgeous to have you here. All of you. And I don't care if you're using World Anvil for free, that's fine. You're part of the community. If you're part of the guild, that's awesome because you're helping us, you know, keep World Anvil going. But you know what? You're all world builders, you're all creatives, you're all showing up, you're here, you're doing incredible things. Doing incredible things. I'm not saying my A word. And yeah, we love you all. That's all. That's all. That's all. That little PSA is over. So that's what we've been busy with on that front. Studio Agate has been doing an incredible Kickstarter, but I have a horrible feeling that it is finished now. I'm sure, however, they will be doing late pledges. Let's go have a look and do a little sneaky search. Sneaky search.
Studio Agate, for those that you don't know, are some amazing people that we've met some years ago. We've met them for the first time, I think, when we were in Dragonmeet. And they are doing an amazing game called Esterine, of course, which is probably the RPG with the most beautiful fantasy or dark fantasy art for a long time now. And some 3 years ago, I think, or 2 years ago, they started a new series of product which was called FateForge. And FateForge kind of works as a plugin into the D5th edition. The first book they have was a beautiful book about how to change the type of matches you can use in D&D, but also a book about alternative rules kind of thing. And then and the latest system that they have right now, the latest Kickstarter they have right now, is about creatures, right? It's a monster manual, in fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it has so much stunning art. That's always like the absolute epitome of what they do. It's always beautiful, it's always stunningly designed, and it's always got something a little bit extra that you hadn't thought of. So what I really love about this
Sorry,
is...
I was just going to clarify.
Yeah.
This is not an advert. We're not getting paid by the guys.
We're
We
not
just
paid
like
to talk
them.
about them. We just thought we'd share it because we think it's really cool.
They're good guys, exactly.
So I've shared, I did a little blog post on the thing. I really like it because it's got a lot of sort of homebrew information on archetypes, which you can take and make your own. Like that's how it's designed. And it's also got playable races in it as well. So it's got a lot of different bits and bobs. So if you're curious, you can check it out.
Yeah.
I think it's time to check if we have any questions, because I think...
Do we have any questions?
That we might do, yes.
You got your answer, people.
Sharon Beatty says, are the tables easy to find?
Yes,
Where are they?
on the left side. Literally, you open your world drop down and it says tables, and also has a big new red button that says fresh
Oh, fresh.
of the forge.
Fresh. Nice. Who are tables for? Masters and above,
Master
right?
and above.
Okay, so if you're a master and above, you should find them. And Sharon, I think you are, because I think that you also have...
Even if you are not
manuscripts.
a master, you will still see the link there because I'm showing off what they do just to...
There we are. Just so people have an idea of what's going on,
yeah.
basically. Necromancer Triss says, will there be NaNoWriMo badges again?
I think that we should be doing our
I
own
think
badges.
so.
Yes, of course.
I think so.
Yeah.
There is also, of course, we mentioned this yesterday, but we will say it again, the Game of Tomes. Demetrius, tell us more about that.
So Game of Tomes is something that is organized by members of the ASC.
Oh yeah.
And effectively...
So that is the Avalite streaming core. That's our community-run streaming core, I guess. The streaming patrol.
Streaming patrol, yeah. So what the guys are doing is that they're building a beautiful event that is essentially built to accommodate NaNoWriMo.
Yeah.
But in effect, what happens is that they have separated people in 6 groups, and these 6 groups will compete in terms of word count with each other. But there are some beautiful rules that in fact make it more interesting, because as the competition progresses, certain houses will be dismantled and
That's
effectively.
right. So the lowest house is then disbanded, right?
I think that every 5 days, they see how many words each house has, and the lowest has been disbanded. 2/3 of the people of these houses, they will have to play like bend the knee on another house. 1/3 of them automatically becomes the undead horde, and that means that by the end of the competition, you'll have a single house remaining plus the undead horde. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, plus the undead horde, and the undead horde will be competing with the last house.
That's
so
right.
really cool. Yeah.
So it's kind of like the White Walkers versus everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end.
Yeah.
It's such a cool idea. It's such a cool idea. Segman Samurai says, join the plot bunnies. Ideas are coming. It's hilarious. Absolutely comical. Guys, it looks like a barrel of fun. I wish I had time to do that. I don't know if I'm even going to be doing NaNoWriMo this year. I did it 2 years ago, and I completed, and it was just wonderful.
Was it?
Yeah. What?
It could have been amazing.
What? Can you stop playing dirty?
I'm not playing dirty.
You're
I am
playing
dirty.
We should hose you down then, shouldn't you?
Good like me bad.
Yes.
It comes from inside.
That's the smell we're smelling. Good. Well done. So,
Still the winner.
sorry guys, we'll stop bantering. So I did Nano 2 years ago. It was extraordinary. I had an amazing time. I finished. It was incredible, and it was incredible because of the community. So if you've never done it before, now is the perfect time to try it, because there's an entire community supporting you. The NaNoWriMo channel on Discord is the most incredibly supportive space I've ever been in as a writer. Everybody is just helping everybody else. you know, if people have had a bad writing day, people are really supportive. If people have had a good writing day, people are still really supportive. Everybody is supporting everybody else's success. So yeah, if
And-
you are a writer, go for it. Big recommend.
Absolutely.
It's not for everybody, and I know that some writers try it once and say, okay, that was fun, but it's not for me. But it's definitely worth trying once. Sable Iradia says, Janet, you are welcome to come and play the game of tomes whenever you have the time. Whether you are registered at NaNoWriMo's website or not, it's in the rules. That's what I love about this community. You guys are so inclusive and incredible. Tank. Yes, I would like to come play in the sandpit. Sometimes I feel a bit like everybody else is having lots of fun, and I don't quite have time to have as much fun as everybody else with the writing, but it's okay, because do you know what, whenever I do have time to drop in, you guys are always so welcoming, so thank you. I have a question here from
Do
Brad
tell.
Mallet.
Okay.
Good name.
What's the question?
Could tables be made to show up in the map pop-ups after clicking a marker? That would be great for in-game reference to shop inventory. So I think if you add them at the top of your article, they should show up, right?
What do you mean by the top of your
So
article?
if
you mean if
for an
if it's
in-game
in-
shop, if you make an article called shop and you add the table at the top of the article, you'll see that when you click the pin.
Not at this point.
Not at this point.
It can happen. It's not a problem.
So that is certainly the case right now for stat blocks, and I will be doing at some point a tutorial on how to put together a dungeon map, where you can click on a pin and then your stat block will appear as part of the article, which is great. That's how I put my dungeon maps together.
So the code that renders tables right now is not part of the code that renders the big maps.
Yeah.
But that can be added. I think I have already seen the feature request for it, or I think I've seen it in the Discord. So if you have not put a feature request for it, please do. If you have, that's going to be essentially organized in proper time and be done.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't know how to put in a feature request or report a bug, go to worldanvil.com/help, as in help. And you can do everything from there. There's all the infos. Cool. Kaishatang was asking about some kind of support/video/something for tables. It's coming.
Yes.
I think that
Well, there's
although
going
it's
to be a
working on
blog
it-
coming for sure.
So there's going to be a blog post talking about what tables are. There's going to be another blog post coming about how you can use tables. But there's also going to be a Codex article coming. We can't release Codex articles until the feature is kind of done.
Yes.
Because we can't get graphics for it. We haven't figured out the final UI for it. We need to make sure that we're writing the Codex article of the feature as it is released, rather than kind of like, you know, something that's almost there. We want the Codex articles to be as precise as possible when they do come out. So there will be a Codex article coming. I'm pretty sure it's in the works with Ondo already, who is doing the bulk of the Codex. But yeah.
Of course, there is a banana forest. Where do you think that Janet live?
That's my home. That's where I live.
That's where I live,
The eternal world Ondo.
and that's where Janet lives. And in between, I have a whole building workshop,
That's where we
so
live
she cannot
sometimes.
disturb me when I'm actually working.
Doesn't work though, does it?
No, I'm trying. And then we have here the Forge Garrison, which is the moderator, to take care of you,
Yeah.
the community. And then up there we have the Enchanters,
Yeah.
which are amazing and take care of everybody else. And then up there we have the Titans, and you cannot see them right now, but the administrators, which actually stay far away from everybody else. Yes. Actually, no, I think we have the administrators down there. Yeah, the whole of the administration down there, it's hidden.
They're in the south,
Yes.
at the South Pole. It's the Administrator's Tower.
Here you are. It's the administrator's tower. It's upside down.
Yeah, because it's on the bottom.
Yes.
So yeah, this is the World Anvil as drawn by Kaora. We got it printed on some giant fabric so we can just have it in our house, because we're giant nerds. Shock horror. I'm sure you guys couldn't have told that. While we're getting the rest of our studio here, this is our backdrop.
It's a temporary studio background.
Evan Arik says, I want a World Anvil flag. Should be possible.
Should be possible.
Should be possible.
Yeah.
Maybe we should draw maybe we should get iconography and stuff.
How do you mean?
I don't know what I mean. Somebody's cooking.
Are you hungry
It's more
again?
food, now I'm hungry. Yeah, that happens. I'd pay for a flag, says Miriam. He's pretty amazing at map making. Yes, Kaora sure
Yes.
is, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Captain Fry says 1, you two look great. 2, couch, nice. 3, I see someone follows sleeves are nonsense. Here it is a balmy. It went up to 28 degrees today. It's been beautiful.
I'm actually feeling quite warm right now as we are. It's quite. That's why you could hear the aeroplane before, because if we close down the doors, we'll boil in here.
Yeah, we have the just the Zuzuni mosquito screens open.
Suzuni.
The Zuzuni screens. Turns out I can't speak any language anymore.
I'm showing you a little bit of the house now.
There you are. That's a wall. That's a cat.
That's a cat and that's a
There's another
Suzuni
cat
screen.
down there.
Dun, 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 dun. Cat.
Cat. That's my sweater from earlier when it was a bit chilly. Yeah, it's definitely a nicer house than it was before. I mean, we have aeroplanes, but we don't have like shouty, angry people directly outside our house anymore. So that's nice. We're in a less horrible, dangerous area than we used to live.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not scared to walk home after dark anymore. It's really nice. So that is nice. Lots of cat tax. Yes. John B. Bad says, sorry if this has been mentioned, can we get a search and replace? So if I change a name, I can change all the links to that name. So we talked about this yesterday, but Dimitris, take it away.
So there is a very quick way for you to search and find what you want to do, but we will not be doing a replace, because a replace can in fact change things in places you didn't want to replace them, because it's going to be very hard to detect exactly the context of what you're writing through a whole world. What you can do is go to your dashboard, search for a word, then find it in articles they are, and then go and find it in there, which is perfectly possible to happen.
If you have the correct guild level, you can also see referenced in.
Yes.
So you can go to your article and open the reference in tab on the right hand side. That's just under the publishing tools. And you'll be able to see everywhere that your article is referenced, and then check out those references individually and change them as you want to. Because many people will reference an article, but they won't reference it by name. They will reference it with a portentous link or a sort of alternative name or a nickname. Or, for example, your article is called Humans, but you want it to be human in the place.
Exactly.
Right? So that's why we don't do direct search and replace, because it's a one-way street to undoing a lot of work that you may have done by accident and then cursing yourself.
And not even
repeatedly.
knowing about it. That's even worse than that.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't want to bugger up lots of your articles, basically. But there are ways to do it. So I hope that was helpful. John B. Bad. Captain Fry says, you can do replace in Euclid.
Yes, you can do it in Euclid. I mean, but that would be for the text
Within
that
an
you are
article.
exactly within the, in fact, the part of the text that you are
Yeah.
currently editing. And yes, you can do it in Euclid very easily.
Yes. Alrighty then. So that is what we've been busy with today. The Alliance Challenge, as we have already mentioned, is still open just for a little bit longer. So guys, if you want to, there is still time to take part. There are over 100 entries, and it is so awesome to see so many of you taking part. It is really cool. And remember guys, that these are just a little bit of fun. So you can just...
make a raffle, do the raffle today.
We've got your raffle today.
Yes, we
What were we
forgot
supposed to be
about it.
raffling?
Well, I don't know what, but I'm pretty sure the boss fell yesterday, and we forgot to.
Crap.
Okay, guys, I don't want to do a raffle randomly right now,
We're not prepared.
because I don't want to actually give you something that would be like random and not nice. I would like to give you something nice, and I have several ideas for that. So I will organize it for Thursday
Cool.
or
Okay.
Friday to do.
So
the
Thursday
raffle.
will be writing stream and raffle.
Yes.
Raffle. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. I'll behave myself.
Good luck with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I won't, and we know it, but I'll try. So Sable Aradia says, is there any chance we can get search replace within manuscripts? It is the one and only thing I've been missing from Word.
Yes, we can do that.
Cool.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Oh wait, I think he has it already.
Okay.
I'm like 75% certain that we do have search and replace in manuscripts.
Yeah, Lenya says it already has that.
Yes,
There
good,
we go.
good. Okay. Like, am I doing features in my sleep and I forget about them, or I'm not putting them up on the website kind of thing? Yeah, we do have search and replace in manuscript. You just search for something and then you can replace it with something else.
Okay, there we are. And it's the search on the top, right?
Yes, but then the results will appear on the right side.
On the right-hand side,
And
yeah.
then from the right-hand side, I'm pretty sure there is a replace tab that you can use that to replace.
Cool. So
Yeah.
Sable Radio says, "Oh my gosh, I missed it." So yes, that is where you find it. It exists. It is done make already. Yes. Songbird says, "I once dreamed I got all of my chores done as a teenager. Then I woke up and that was the most disappointing morning ever."
Oh, I know. I feel you. I had
I
this
can
kind
see
of dream. I had dreamed at some point that I cleaned the whole house,
Really?
and then I woke up and
I
I
had a
heard.
dream that you cleaned the whole house as well.
Thanks, wife. Thanks, wife. So I had a dream that I cleaned the whole house, and the thing that it was a very long because I lucid dream. So
Yeah.
in fact I was controlling the dream. So I in fact cleaned the whole house mentally.
Like, mentally, you did it.
Yes, and then I woke up and I was like, oh no, that's so sad. I have to do it again now. I haven't,
hilarious.
but yes, I could have done.
That's hilarious. Okay, there's a lot of chat over on Twitch that we should raffle off a flag, but we don't have a flag, guys. We can't raffle off something we don't have. That would be bad.
You can create a flag.
We could create a flag if you all really want one.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a hammer and a forge there,
Yes.
like an anvil. So yeah,
And a little tiny banana, a secret banana.
that starts to look more like a crest than. Have you read the amazing? Have you watched the amazing video that
Artifacts you did.
Artifacts and Gideon
Yes.
Flags?
Yes.
Remember what he said? One of the most important selling points is that flags should be easily replicable. If you put like an anvil and a hammer and a banana, it starts to become not very replicable, also not visible from different, like smaller or bigger. So yeah, we have to find
That's true.
a way to simplify this to make it better. Yeah.
Nailanar says, flag creation community contest. I love the idea, but we'll have to pass it through our Master of Games.
I actually love the idea, and it doesn't even have to be a competition like that. It can be an event we can actually do.
That would be awesome.
I said
That'd be
my
pretty
word, by
awesome.
the way.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
drink up. It's hydration for you. And the bathroom for
Kind
me. I
of
drank a
needed.
lot of water. Ben Nicholson says, if you dream of cleaning the house, then it is technically done. He is on your side.
Thank you, Ben. Much appreciated.
And Ariel Perkypile says, the manuscript text find replace shows at the top of the text window in the code version. Boom. So there you are. Tis done. Speaking of challenges, we will be doing 2 flash challenges in October, and one of them will be starting the very next week. Yes,
Yes,
as well.
it is.
They're 2 awesome ones. They are both October themed, and they should be really, really fun. So make sure you watch the space to find out what they are. They'll be coming out on the blog, on the Discord, on social media, and we'll be talking about them on the streams as well.
One is October with a K, if you get my drift.
Okay, well now they all know what that is. That's fine. So for those of you who don't know, our flash challenges are our super quick challenges where we put up a blog post, or I should say Basic Dragon puts up a blog post, because Basic Dragon is the one who does the final touches and the final creation and quite a lot of the heavy lifting on those flash challenges. And it's basically write about a thing, have some fun, submit your URL, and everybody wins because everybody has fun. That's how they work. So
absolutely.
unlike the community challenges where it's a more sort of traditional challenge format with a submission process, these are just a big old pile of fun. So if that sounds like more your speed, or if you're just looking for inspiration to get your nano project off the ground or whatever else, then these should be really, really fun. And
Shall we call it the last question, the one that Lara Lippen has, and
Let's do it.
answer those before we...
Too Old for This says, why can't we make an article having parent category and parent article at the same time?
Because where it's going to be showing if it has both a parent article and a parent category? It's like saying, why can I not be both in my house and in my work at the same time? Well, I can.
So it can only have one parent. That's
Yes.
what we're saying.
Yes.
It can only be under one thing. It can't be under a category and under another article. So if you want it to be under another article, you need to put the parent article in that category and the article that you want a sub-article as a child article of the
Yes.
parent article.
You
I
can-
explained
you can
that
have it-
really badly, but hopefully you understand what I mean.
Yeah, you can have it underneath multiple tags though.
Yes.
And with having it underneath multiple tags, you can in fact use the tagged feature to show it off as you wish to be shown.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, hopefully my verbal spaghetti has explained it. Kaijatan says, when there is a parent article, it is the category of the parent article. Yes,
Yes,
absolutely. Thank you, Kaijatan, for rephrasing my complete rubbish.
Much better and
Yes.
well simplified, I would say.
Yes.
Congrats, Kajetan, on that.
You made
yeah.
off the good words, I made off the nonsense words. That's what happened.
It's okay, we have achieved completion in one way or another.
Alright, I'll let that one slide because, wow. Lara Liebman says, using World Amble as a world bible for novel and story writing, I create articles as I need them. But what are the best ways to pull them up later to add to them, or remember that I've already written one but under a slightly different name? Or use different tabs? Or is there a pop-up option so I can see them while writing the story?
Use tags.
So, use tags, always use tags, and come up with a tag system that works for you. That's also something we should probably do a blog article about.
One of the many.
Oh
But
my
yeah.
god, I've got a lot of work to do, people. Yes, I do. So come up with a tag system that works for you. That means if you're doing an RPG world, that might be making sure you have tags for your spells, tags for your classes, tags for your races or species. If you're doing a novel world, that might mean having tags for POV characters, non-POV characters, locations in the book that are scene locations, and that kind of thing. And that will help you find what you need to find in lots of different ways. I would also see, as Ariel Perkypile says, category folders nest. So make sure you're putting your articles in the right categories and go and check that category. Organization is the key. World Amble is an organizational tool, just like folders are organizational tools, but if you put all the pile of paper on top of the folder, it will not help you be organized. You have to use the categories, use the tags, and all of that stuff. My final thing would be in World Amble's manuscripts, which is my new favourite thing that Demetrius has made after the purple button. It goes, purple button with mention system in it, manuscripts.
Fair enough.
Everything else in the universe.
Everything else in the universe.
That's
Okay.
the list of my favourite things. You can bring up articles.
Guys,
as
you
you're
have
writing.
noticed I'm not in that list, by the way. Just to clarify. I'm
You're right
not in
at
that
the top
list.
of everything else in the entire world. Technically, you're also part of everything that is
So
World
you're
Amble.
telling me, just to
I
clarify,
think I'm in trouble.
purple button with mention, manuscripts, your husband, everything else in the world.
Basic Dragon
Not-
says my list is the same.
Not even the cats. Cool.
You're
okay.
on a par with pears and spiders, says Mouse314.
Wow. I have no words anymore. I think, yeah. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, in manuscripts you can search your entire world, and you can also edit your articles as you're writing a book. So if you're trying to figure out what you've written articles on in your world as you're writing, if you're trying to amend those articles as you're writing, manuscripts really is the way to go. It is literally made for it, because I had the problem that whenever I swapped tabs from a writing software to World Anvil, I'd get distracted.
Yeah.
Whenever I swapped tabs to anything, I would start falling down the research
hole,
hole.
yeah.
Yes, the research hole, and then nothing would happen. So keeping everything in the one tab for me was the secret to actually getting more writing done. Good. Okay, we have 2 more questions that we're not really supposed to be answering, but I'm going to answer them super quickly. Are you ready? Ben Nicholson says, World Anvil Creation Month. We designed World Anvil as a country, flag, capital, city, gods, tradition, dress, elven shoes, etc. Love it. Love the elven shoes. Why not do it as a flash challenge?
We could make it as a flash challenge.
Could be a really fun flash challenge.
Yeah.
I
We
like
have
this
some
idea.
really big cats around here.
We do have some very big cats. And E. Songbird, very, very final thing, says, have a generic genre flash challenge badge that has the same image for every flash challenge. You can just add the text of the challenge underneath. Hashtag badge addict. E. Songbird, admitting it is the first step of the process.
Yeah, for the first step of the process on taking more badges. We know that from Verti, who is the original
Badge addict.
badge addict
holder.
in World Anvil.
If
Yeah.
you were a dragon, his horde would just be a pile of stabby badges.
Badges everywhere.
I love this. It is an idea. So the reason that we do our flash challenges and then our community challenges and we alter them is because the community challenges take a lot of design work and sort of organizing work and all of that stuff. So we alternate them with the flash challenges that are still super fun. I know a lot of you guys actually prefer those, and they're a little bit lighter in terms of sort of the legwork on our side.
Absolutely, yeah.
We can have a think about it.
I really do like the idea of creating a map, a flag for World Anvil, especially coming across the 3rd year birthday of World Anvil in some days from now.
Yes, we're going to be 3, everybody. World Anvil, not us, mentally. I promise you.
Well, talk about myself, not yourself.
Screwsman. Secondhand Samurai says, flash challenges also don't make badge addicts chase them, which gives them a rest. Ah, I like that.
That's a nice idea, yeah. It's like aftercare.
Yes, yes.
After a BDSM session of challenges.
You're frisky today, apparently.
I'm very frisky apparently today.
Ben Nicholson says, dragons in the World Anvil country hoard badges. Yes. Yes, they do. Yes. Verti is one. All right, you sweet and beautiful beans. I think I have to eat because I'm in Greece and everything smells amazing and I'm really hungry. That's generally how these streams end. It ends with me being too hungry to keep talking. So, anybody who has been counting, please let me know where we're at with the drinking game. I have a horrible suspicion that I lost horrifically. Horrifically. It's because I love you all so much and I think you're all astounding.
Astounding, are they?
Yeah, I do. So thank you for the subs, Tamatama, Elysia, Swan, and Carpsy, and for the hosts, Laura Jones. Guys, you are all incredible. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to the incredible Secondhand Samurai who has been helping us with everything. Pretty much always, actually.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And thank you so much for joining us. We are going on a raid. We are raiding Smunchy Games.
Oh, what did they?
I don't know. They've been doing a lot of playtesting for Parslings, which is their upcoming Kickstarter.
Such a beautiful book.
Really pretty.
And the theme they made for World Anvil also looks so cute. I love this pastel color they used throughout the design.
Oh, it's stunning.
Wonderful.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
So, guys, you can check out their world on World Anvil. You can also just join them right now on stream. If you're on YouTube, go to twitch.tv/SomeMunchyGames. And shout out, light up the forge when you arrive, because that is our raid shout, and we want them to know that we sent you. In the meantime, grab your hammer
and go Row Build! Bye bye, guys!
Bye.